the Ropes with Dennis and Carl Paulson continues now. A full 4 hour on Sirius XM PGA Tour Radio.
Have a drink on me. The hole-in-one. The hole-in-one dealio, right? Make a hole-in-one. Buy everybody drinks. Abdul Nevarez made a hole-in-one, and that's just the beginning of the story. Here he is. Or par 3 for the next one.
Oh, hole-in-one. Oh! I got it! I hit it! Oh, shit! Hole-in-one, baby! Woo!
How awesome is that? Abdul joins us now. Congratulations, Abdul. That must be a little lifetime.
Oh, thank you so much. Man, totally, man. What a shot. You know, it was amazing. Just over the water, over the sand trap, landing, I don't know, maybe 8 feet before the flag, bounced twice and rolled into it hit the foam, but oh man, it was such a small roll. And the reaction, it was even the best. The best part is it was captured on video. Oh man, it's just amazing. I can't even remember it. I'm glad it got recorded.
It's a big old blur having obviously your family there made it all that much more special. But in getting to know you a little bit through some emails and going back and forth, you've had a crazy journey, man.
I did, absolutely. Man, I don't even know where to start.
The letter you wrote is incredible, that you wrote to Carl, and I'm pretty sure. Start from the beginning. Tell us that, you loved the games back in 2000, and your life changed. And I read from the letter, without you saying anything, that golf kind of helped you through everything you've been through.
Absolutely. Well, I started golfing in 2000. Honestly, I really didn't know too much about golf. A bunch of my coworkers will come in from the weekend and talk about their weekend, about golfing here and there. They had a blast. And I'm like, man, I want to try golf. And sure enough, I went out there with my buddies. We played a little 9-hole course. And my first time ever playing, I missed the green on a little par 3. And it was elevated, and I chipped, and it went into the hole. After that, man, I was hooked. And then once, you start making that contact on the ball, man, it's over. And
It resonates to the soul, doesn't it?
absolutely. And I'm a self-taught golfer. I started by reading Tiger Woods' book, How I Play Golf. And being that I was, applying that book to my swing, I would also be looking at watching like pro tips. I'd be watching the Golf Channel, and I just watch the pros and how they hit the ball. And I'll just go out to the driving range and apply that. And I'll say I was a okay golfer, shooting not in the 90s off the blues with my buddies. Then my accident happened back in 2012. I was on my Harley on my way home, and I was on a windy road, and the car swerved into my lane, hit me on my motorcycle, caused me to crash into a pedestrian pole. I got wrapped around that pole. I almost didn't make it. I got helicopter lifted. I went to ICU. I stayed in ICU for about 10 days. I ended up being a right above knee amputee. I ended up with nerve damage on my left leg. I have drop foot. I don't have butt muscles. The only muscles I have are my quads. And I ended up also having left nerve damage on my left arm, brachial plexus. I don't have a left bicep that got damaged because it seems like I held onto my motorcycle with my left arm while I got wrapped around the pole. So I have no no left bicep, and I can't lift my palm up, so it stays, face down. So after my accident, I went through a horrible time trying to get a good socket to fit me. And I spent a lot of time, actually 1 year with UCSF out here in San Francisco, and they committed fraud on me. My insurance paid for my socket that I deserved, and UCSF billed them, and they also billed me. So that's double billing, and it's all on paperwork. So I had a rough time dealing with all that, while dealing with my injuries. So that was a pain. So I finally found a great prosthetist out in Santa Clara after traveling to LA, San Diego twice. And this prosthetist in Santa Clara, he made me a well-fitting socket within a week. He was honest, he was knowledgeable, and I'm still in the same socket. It feels great. So after all that trouble I went through, I started rehab. I really started working out. I really started pushing forward. And the passion I had for golf, I couldn't go out there and play with all my injuries. So I started playing Wii golf. So I'm out there playing Wii golf and having a good time, yelling, screaming, until finally, after my third year of my accident, I said, forget this, man. I'm gonna go out there to the golf course and hit a round of golf on a 9-hole course, which is pretty slow. But before I did that, I was on the driving range, hitting golf balls off my wheelchair, sitting down, but then I also stood up with my cane and my walker, standing up, holding onto my cane with my left arm, and just making contact with the golf ball. Don't matter how far it went, as long as I heard that bing, I'm all good, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we do, man.
So just making that contact, here and there, that was great for my therapy. Your mind just focuses on trying to hit that ball, and you forget about all the madness you got to deal with. So then after 3 years of that, my third year of my accident, I decided to go to the golf course, and I skipped the first hole. So I went to the second hole, and I hit a good drive. It was a par 4. I hit a pretty decent drive. So we go to the fairway to go hit my second shot. Man, I hit it, and I fell backwards. I tried to catch myself with my left arm. Being that I had nerve damage, I broke my wrist. So then after I broke my wrist, I continued to play 2 more holes until I couldn't take the pain no more, and then I went to the hospital. And being that I had nerve damage on my left arm, I also had a drop wrist, which I had no control of my wrist. So after I broke my wrist, I needed surgery to lift my arm up. So breaking that wrist made me have that surgery. So I dealt with that. Stanford really helped me out with that surgery, and right now I'm feeling great with my left arm, but I still can't golf with it. And ever since then, I after that fall, I still continued to go to the driving range. I chipped around, putted, the little things I can do, until I started feeling stronger. And then I didn't know anything about adapted golf carts until I fell. After I fell, about a week after I found out about the Paragolfer, I'm like, man. So I'm dealing with my broken wrist. So then I found out that Anthony Netto, inventor of the Paragolfer, man, what a dude, man. I'm so blessed he created this Paragolfer. This is life-changing. Thanks to you, Anthony, buddy. And so he had a tournament out there in Oregon, Portland, Oregon, Pumpkin Ridge. That was my first time ever on a Paragolfer, and they happened to have an extra one so I can use. And oh man, what a blast! And ever since then, Sacramento, which is probably 2 hours from my house, we actually drove to Sacramento, which was like a 3-hour commute there and back. And just just staying on the golf course, playing as much as I can due to my wife. She works, and I can't drive because I had 2 seizures. Christmas 2019 on Christmas Day, and then a week after that, I had another seizure with which both resulted in me being in the hospital. And once again, Stanford took care of me, and I'm on pills, and I haven't had a seizure ever since. So with that, I'm all clear-minded and just been out there golfing as much as I can, and totally blessed that some golf courses out here in the Bay Area, they're getting these para-golfers, which helps us in wheelchairs to go out there and just enjoy our life. Whatever we can do, even if it's just putting and just even standing up on that para-golfer, relieves your back and just takes you to a whole new element, you know, being out there enjoying the beautiful weather with your family and friends.
Well, I know you didn't let any of this, everything you said is absolutely incredible. You didn't let any of it get in your way. I mean, some of the awards and the accomplishments you've had after all of this have happened are incredible. The long drive championship, 213 yards, really?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I also got the long drive. I beat the guy with the Guinness World Record, which was unofficial. He hit 156 out there in South Carolina, and I hit 173 on my last golf ball. And I happened to hit it well, and 173. So that was pretty awesome. On a seated division off the wheelchair.
Oh, okay, yeah. And once you got into the golf cart where you were standing up, it became a little bit easier for you to play with your right arm.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It gives you more leverage for your backswing and follow through and all that stuff. You know, I have a core strength, so that allows me to stand up and really follow through with the golf ball. But then again, now that after my accident, I had to learn my golf swing with one arm. Even though I was a self-taught golfer, reading books and, you know, taking whatever tips the pros give on the golf channel, I just applied that, went to the driving range and tried to work on my golf swing, which is still a lot of improvement to go. But I just go with whatever they do. I feel what they're saying and just try to smack the ball. One guy that really changed my golf swing was a few months ago. I started seeing Chuck Cook, I think it is, and that gentleman, he simplified the golf swing, at least for me, with one arm. It's just incredible how he made my golf swing change, just by watching him give. And
I don't know, Dennis, if you saw some of the videos that he was, a couple of videos with him standing in the locker there and chipping right-handed in the ocean was, I mean, absolutely textbook. As a matter of fact, Dennis was teaching me that exact motion that you're using, Abdul, with your right arm to try and get you to chip a little bit better. The motion was absolutely incredible. But that's not all. I mean, you have also started a clothing brand, a lifestyle brand?
Yes, sir. The clothing line we started is called Amputee Life Clothing. And I started that after I have to deal with all these horrible prostitutes that they're out there to just take your money. But after I found my awesome prostitute, I wanted to wear a T-shirt that represents us amputees, and I really didn't find a shirt that I would wear, and so we just decided to put our vision and ideas into T-shirts, and it just exploded. And the best part is we're donating 10% of every sale. We're across all the states, across the world. It's heart-filling to see the people that feel so good after wearing our T-shirts. They feel inspired. They have like a certain strength once they throw these shirts on, and they just push forward like no other.
That's so awesome. Some pretty cool people wearing it here too. I don't know pictures.
Yeah, we even had Snoop Dogg rocking our beanie.
The Amplife clothing. What's that website so people can go check that out?
The website is amplifeclothing.com.
You can support, obviously, very inspiring story. I want to get back to the hole-in-one. I know that your emotions are going crazy, right? You just made a hole-in-one. Do you remember what your first thought was?
Yes, my adrenaline is still running like a madman, but I was playing horrible the first couple holes. But once I got to that par 3, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the water, then the sand trap, the flag's right behind the sand trap. And I was gonna avoid the sand trap and try to just get over the water and just land on the green. But I said, frick this. I'm gonna go for the flag. Why not? So actually I adjusted just a tiny bit, and due to me having nerve damage on my left side, I tend to fall backwards. My left side goes back. So I emphasized on having my shoulders squared up. So then after that, I used my 8-iron. I choked down on it and did a 3/4 swing because I feel like I have more control like that. And holy smokes, I hit it. It felt good. I looked up. Holy smokes, it's on track, right towards the flag. You can see by my emotions, it landed. I'm like, holy shit. And then once it starts rolling towards the flag, oh man, you can just see my emotion, and I just yelled, man. I couldn't believe it. And
It was such a cool moment, man. I mean, I think I've watched it 1,000 times, and it's, just the sheer joy and emotion. And look, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're in a wheelchair. It doesn't matter if you're, walking. It doesn't matter if you're in a golf cart. You've heard him. He said, "Man, I'm playing terrible." I love it. I absolutely love it. It's a maddening game, but it's one that we can't get out of our system.
yes, sir. Yeah, it's a wonderful game, and it's a mental and physical game, and that's kind of why I like it, because I like to push myself and challenge myself, and this game does that. It's frustrating sometimes, but hey, that's what brings you back. And the last couple courses I played Peacock Gap out there in San Rafael, and I played that course twice. The first time I played it, I shot in 85. Then I went out there a few months after that, and I shot a 90. But I was on target on the greens. I parred every green but except maybe 3, and I 2-putted on all of those. But then, man, that hole-in-one just executed every other thing.
Well, golf is a challenging game, there's no doubt. But compared to what you've been through, buddy, it probably seems easy at times, because it's just an incredible story. I'm glad we were able to get you on and get word out about your company, the clothing company, AmputeeLifeClothing.com, if you want to check that out. But I just had to have you on. It was just such a good moment. In all of these times right now of unrest and uncertainty in our country and in the world, these are the kind of things that bring people together. And we certainly appreciate you spending some time with us today. And again, huge congratulations on the hole-in-one, and good luck, my friend.
Oh, thank you so much, and I really appreciate you guys having me here, and totally appreciating that hole-in-one, because, man, just to accomplish that with one arm strapped into a para-golfer, it's just mind-blowing.
It certainly is. Well, again, thanks a lot for coming on, and we wish you the best.
Awesome. Thank you for having me, and you guys have a wonderful day.
Abdul, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And we'll talk about getting that thing to you. Just let me know what your email is, and I'll try to send it, okay?
You want me to email that to you?
This is so cool.
Yeah, just send me a text to that email. My number I text you.
Okay, perfect. We'll get that going.
All right. Thank you so much, Abdul, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wonderful rest of your week. Thank you so much again for joining us. All the best to you and your family.
Awesome. Thank you. You guys do the same. Thank you again.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.